Frankie, I know exactly where you are right now. You started talking, you said words, you had to finish them.
Well, she could have pivoted to EG. It's a charity case that they're even here. So let's see if they can get more than, I don't know, 10 rounds. That would impress me.
It's depressing that it's all doom and gloom for EG, because I want to see Mihu just have one project which isn't doomed from the start. The poor soul has been tossed around various body bags. And now he's wearing that EG jersey. I'd love to see them give Spirit a run for their money. I've predicted Spirit to take this, at least win this group. And there's a lot of big names in there. And bye-bye Birdie. Looking great for the start there. Magic's with a double. Mir with the same. And only a single body left for EG as they went for a bit of an early underpass crawl. God, it's Overpass. Can we not just do Ancient all the time?
I was hoping it'd be more Ancient.
Just Ancient best of ones. I think that's the first round rule set. I'll talk to the admin, see what they're thinking. Regardless, there's a lot of info gained, and Stanley's coming around the world for this bomb retrieval. And that's exactly what he needed. Not only the frag, a little room to maneuver. That bomb retrieval could not be any more uncomfortable. He's got to go all the way down this stair. Oh, what a shot. And there's another coming. Chopper's there for the trade. He made a lot out of that. Couldn't quite pull it across the finish line, but a great start in terms of recovery from Stan. Spirit take the pistol.
Yeah, crispy business from Stan right there. Interesting to see what they've been able to put together. Obviously, this team is under the pump. The Dust was just talking about it. Zeus leaving. Obviously, all the roster changes in recent times. Tarek, Ethan gone. Just to narrow down, all right, so for people at home, maybe, yeah, you know, oh, Obo came in. Cool, that makes sense. They can make this work. Then as soon as the whole Mihu situation, yeah, more firepower. Maybe they can make this work. I've taken Mihu out of the stat lines, right? Just since Obo joined, they played 27 maps. They've only won 7. If you go and you take a look at it with Mihu there, they've only won 1 map out of, I think it's 10. So things are really grim for EG right now. And I think that, you know, your prediction to do with Spirit coming in and being a dark horse for this group, I think that's a fair shout, right? I think that's a fair shout with how in flux Counter-Strike is at the moment. These guys are hungry, they're sharp. I think they're going to maul EG today.
How many games have we watched of Team Spirit as well, where it's been just long enough, as it has this time around, since we last casted them, you kind of sit there and you have to quickly remind yourself, okay, this is actually the same Team Spirit. They've just been in a hyperbolic time chamber for another 6 months, and they are equally as hungry, equally as nerdy. Some of their Inferno plays were blowing us out of the water when we were watching them play. And I think EG definitely have a tall order ahead of them. First buy, let's get it going.
Even just the individual ability of all the players on the Spirit roster, right? Once you start stacking those up.
Chopper, SDY Magics, I've seen them all do absurd things in the server in the last 6 months.
Yeah, it's scary stuff. So, EG, what do you got to offer here? It's a best of 1. You have to be happy with where the veto's gone. Quickly over towards A, 3-man pack, Obo, Breeze, and Cirque. They're going to be making their way over towards Long. Mihu dealing with the party push. And, well, Stan being a bit of a lurky boy over towards B, but they've corralled quite quickly all of their forces. And with limited utility, we're talking a total of 3 smokes, 2 mollies, a HE, and a flashbang. The execute might be a little bit light on. So Long control completely under the guise of EG here. Nobody on the other side of the plan to pop, but they will still need to flash and clear their corners. A little bit of a team flash right there.
Bit janky just in general, like bumping into each other on their clears, team flashes. Definitely a lot riding on this for EG. I mean, God, a deep run would do so much for morale and for community perspective.
Well, that's the thing,
You
right?
said 20 and 7 minus the Mihu?
Yeah. So it does include the Mihu results, but I'm just looking at it since Obo joined, right?
Okay,
so
that's a good metric.
Out of 27 games, they've only won 7 maps. And that's rough. A very rough pill to swallow here. And this might be rough for Stan.
Yo, he ducks under the crosshair as well. Very quick to the draw. Another in CT aggressions from Mir, and they're pushed ahead. Breeze is isolated. Obo trade.
Bomb called.
Bomb spotted and burnt out. Magic's had no escape, and Mihu has done so much. Only a silenced MP5 for Dexter. He'd love a close quarters duel. Mihu doing it all as Chopper manages to try and take space as the smoke came in. Nicely done from Mihu. He bailed them out there. That was about to get really dicey.
Oh, and this is the thing, right? This is why when they were just on the desk there, they went, yeah, but it's a best of 1. And the reason you can make that call is imagine if Mihu rocks up right now and drops 30. Or it doesn't even just have to be him. Imagine if Breeze, he's still a superstar, right? Maybe he's in a little bit of a slumber, but he can still rock up and just drop 30. When you only have 1 map to go off and, you know, it can go very quickly, these 16 rounds you need for that W. Somebody rocking in on a first gun round like this and grabbing huge frags, it sets the tone quite nicely.
That's them. Straight up Zoomer AD. That is some counter-strafe perfection out of me. You could see those procedural clears, every single possible port of call. That's a lot of damage. Mir gobbles up the nade, about 300 calories. He's flashed and undeterred as he tries his best, his mightiest, to make just these P250s and Deagles work. Burnt down to a crisp. Dexter's got some charcoal toes. An expectation for the equalizer here from EG. Discussed him earlier, Breeze.
He's a beast, man. I imagine, because obviously we all know North America's in a bit of trouble right now, but imagine if you were building a dream team in North America, he would be towards the top of that list.
100%.
Oh,
yeah. Couple of opportunities for those pistols to have a go. Nothing to report. And that bomb just regrouping with the pack here. They'll descend Obo into the underpass to fend off any of that rotation funny business.
Yeah, simple stuff here. Not too many drivers for EG whatsoever.
Again, Breezy being the entry fragger, the first man in. Does put a little extra pressure on those AKs. Cirque's provided, and so has Obo. 2-2. Team Spirit, their CT aggressions rewarded previously, and I expect to see more as the double AWP button is hit. Ham-fisted straight onto it, round 5.
Yeah, interesting to see it come out so early here, but a good way that they're able to grab themselves some cheeky picks early. SDY will be rocking the secondary, and Dexter, well, of course, he's going to have the primary out. There is a defuse kit in play for Mia. A little bit light on with utility, but they should have enough to cover their bases with their early protocols. Dexter up to bat, AWP towards the fountain position. Warning shot, sings on out, and SDY in the meantime, he's taken a chunk of damage. His own down to 32.
I think that's through the boards.
Yeah, wallbang, very likely. Repositioning now, and
ooh, Ancient between Heroic and Imperial.
oh, I know Imperial been playing. I've seen it on Fur's Instagram story.
Okay. That's happening on the B stream. That's ESL_CSGO B. If you're looking to add just another letter to your URL, you can check that out on another tab. Imperial seeing Fur back in the realms, bro. It's been a long time.
He's there with ZQKS, which people might remember from 2014, 2015.
Well, he was brought in for like LG's sniping before everything else.
Forever ago.
Kaboom.
And Showtime's in the team as
well.
well.
Oh, my lord.
Peacemaker coaching. We've cobbled them together. Maybe Cold Zero could be on his way there. You never know what's happening.
Oh, I don't know what the O-Plano is.
Okay, well, Dexter needs a kill here. He really needs to level the field. EG have just hit pause on this one.
Oh, perfect from Stan. Takes down the AWP before he can adjust. Chopper does step up. Bomb loose. It's all him at the moment, though. He's being hunted down, tries to step into Obo. Meets his maker. A chance for SDY and a missed shot narrowly. Whistles past the ear of Cirque. Magic's with a lot to do. A lot to do. 6 HP on his teammate. He knows he cannot afford to go down cleanly here. And he does. Mihu eliminates him. SDY's chances completely nullified, right? 6 HP, and he's got them both! Straight shooting out of SDY. Obo panicked as he loses his teammate. And that second to get away, SDY hits the shot.
Huge stuff. Not only that, he facilitated that opening kill into the bomb site right there by hanging around. That Molotov lands. If it's any other player on 32 HP, they're dipping out of dodge. He stood around to make sure his presence was seen. That set up that early kill, and then for him to clutch that one out. Huge round here for Spirit. Need to stabilize, though, money as we get back underway here with round number 6. EG have an AWP of their own. Cirque's on the big green. Both teams cobbling together. Galil's, we got some SMGs. Famus is in the mix. Here we go.
Shooting, man. Okay, well, the AWP's worked out. Dexter's still got his. Thank you very much, SDY. Damn, they really want to contest this underpass. Obo, double incendiary facing him, then a smoke following it. Mir has dumped his entire util set in defense of underpass early. Party next duel.
Awkward now. Mir's almost locked in.
Oh, Galil versus Famus at this kind of trajectory.
He's locked.
He's dead.
Mihu's looking great. He is very sharp so far. 8 kills to him in that AK. Every time he gets a shot, he's converting the frag here. Dexter wants to equalize once more.
Powerful setup here without a flash. It should be one for Dexter. Oh, wow. Breeze again with a great catch. Taking space, making space. Chopper and SDY say no. And that denial, short-lived. Good grief, these even trades. It's left us one man remaining. Scarpering into the site as the bomb does go down.
Noisy about this.
Yeah, very noisy. Stan takes cover. Magix knows where they both are, but with an MP9.
This would be nuts.
No way. No way. He has managed to find it. Isolate the duel. Obo finished the job.
Oh!
Obo Dink comes in. Serious, sketchy nature to this play. He manages to find the AWP in the final seconds, the final throws. Whoo-wee. So Spirit, they turn one of those on their head, and now it's a turn of EG.
Yeah, very, very dicey
stuff. So look, he's
here.
on 62.
Yeah.
And it's the range that saves Obo at this point. Look at that. Look what it goes down to here. 10. So yeah, just through that truck.
Yikes, all right.
Deagle Armor, they've gone all in.
Yeah, interesting with the force buy here, because this could really hurt Spirit in the long run. Looks like a B piece coming on in. Lots of present spam through. Magix to deliver, and the Deagle is hit, but he's taken down quickly by Breeze.
Yeah, they want more. Look at this proactivity from the GT side. Stan did not clear his corner. Cirque with a necessary and compulsory trade straight through the smoke. Doesn't want to take any risks. Another has arrived. They'll have to disrespect that. And just as he looks away, he's found by the entry fragging Supreme. So far for them, it's been Mihu, head and shoulders above the rest.
Was Dexter looking to like a more divine power there? You saw on the webcam, over to look on up. They might have a couple rounds here before they get guns back in their hands. So holding on to these Deagles with upgraded armor and that light util. Famir with the snapping turtle. That's going to come into play for round number 8. But this one here will cool off for a moment. EG have a very good chance now to establish a bigger lead. Get themselves up to 5 comfortably and also work on a bit of a bank. There have been a few of those sketchy rounds back-to-back, so this is nice. They're starting to build here. And I think if the Counter-Strike is a bit faster, I think that really starts to benefit Stan, right? When you think about the best EGs that you've seen in the past, obviously the one that was winning that New York event, it was such a momentum-based team, right?
Yeah, 100%.
That was back in 2019, so it almost as a lifetime ago. But that's where I think that, you know, Stan does some of his best calling to do with his pacing, how annoying he can be on some of these lurky boy situations. Is this trade from Cirque? Oh, jeez, okay. Straight through the smoke. Lovely stuff there. All right, well, managed to carry across those pistols. But this one here should really be a walk in the park for EG. Looks like it's going to be a heavy B lean from the CTs once more. All 5 members. 2 to 5. Okay, Heroic on the board over there. So interesting one to keep tabs on.
Interesting. Heroic wanted to let it get to that point.
It's a huge risk to do that against such an underdog team. Like, that's like the one thing you don't want to do.
You've got like no tapes on Imperial, never mind for Ancient. Everyone's holding down mouse 1. And EG do, as you confirm, 5.
Okay, well, this is starting to look good for EG now. And I think a win like this, if they get it in early, could set themselves up in the group with that confidence you were talking about. Whereas Spirit, on the other hand, I think if they lose this opener, they're still going to be in with a very good shot here to claw through that lower bracket.
How many times have the Spirits, the VPs, the CIS Tier 1 that isn't Na'Vi, how often have they been gatekeepers of lower brackets?
I feel like they love it down there, don't they? They
boosty
have a good time.
It's been a long time since I said Cirque is at the tippy top of the totem pole. No one coming home. In fact, no hope at all of seeing any action early. So they will be a little late on their default spread. Mir's pushed up Party. So if he's been doing intermittent jiggles, there's a lot of space. They'll start making a bit of a noise now. And he's chosen to stick around as the smoke fades. So this is an all-in now.
This is a very, very interesting setup. Dexter's tucked in towards Connector as well. So they are staying in this forward approach. And I guess they're banking on a B set piece here with fast rotations. But that's not the case. You can see the util getting lobbed out now. Oh, but it's all a ruse.
Mir can call it all a ruse so soon, just from patience.
Chopper needs to rotate back and rotate back now.
Oh, they've even snuck out the door. This is going to be quick. This is like a Stanislaw classic.
They're coming through Monster.
Here comes the contact. He gets from 0 to 100. Now he's got short Monster, nades, flashes, mollies to deal with. They stand and deliver, though. Magic through the flames. They need SDY, and Obo provides. Down to 44, though. Smoke's enabling
Mir's flank's coming in.
Space to be taken. Mir's flank is a little late. And so this retake is going to be coming on from 3 different points of contact. This is a perfect setup for that retake. No kits, though. There is one loose on SDY's corpse. It's going to be hard to break Cirque. Oh, just as he looks away. Vulnerable to the wall banks now, but peeking into Mir. Good find. Looks like EG have done enough here. Chopper's the only one to keep him on their toes, and he's got Found 2 already. Time-sensitive mission, no kit. And Cirque's there to finish us off. 6 for Evil Geniuses, and courtesy of the Bulgarian AWPer this time.
Yeah, steady stuff there from Cirque. Almost looked like he got done by the timing, but the recovery was fantastic. And now Spirit, once again, money in the bin. This is starting to get a little bit worrying right now for the CT side.
Just the turn up of the pace. You know, I can't help but feel like Spirit missed the trick as you were shouting at Chopper to move. You know, when Mir jiggled out and after there was no one home, you really are on a timer against EG. Clearly, you know, every second seems to count because there is a real profit to be found in catching the right timings onto Magics, who did incredibly well considering the circumstances. He's mollied and flashed, he still takes a frag.
Here we go.
Ancient update for you.
Bit of a look in on that B stream, everybody. Just had a B towards the end of that Twitch URL. Imperial Esports heralding from Brazil.
And Chad, of course, we could do the roster rundown, right? What's that first name on the right?
Fasten.
What about the other one?
I can't do the other one, the CZKAO or CKZAO. That one there, if there's any Portuguese speakers or any Brazilians watching right now who could let us know how to pronounce that one, it might come in handy. So we'd appreciate that. Thank you.
Let us know.
Okay, pistols again, and this is where a best of one gets very can get away from you very quickly, right? Because look how deep we are. This is round 10 already. It doesn't feel like round 10, especially if you're Spirit. You've had a couple that have gone shy. You've had a few clutch rounds. You know, I think the only gun round they've won so far was that clutch round, that 1-on-2 from SDY's AWP. So EG, they are storming away with this one, and it really is on the back of, I would say that Mihu, AK, and now some other individuals stepping up with a multi-kill here and there. Yeah, I mean, let's not discredit Obo. He's hanging with not only with Mihu, but with Cirque as well, and now Breeze is reminding us of just how quick he can find these openings. This is the first of the toilet defenders gone. Mir sticking around makes sense. Close quarters on that pistol. Very wide straight for info. Oh, and there could have been more. Magic's happy to have an AK delivered. You gotta be super happy with that if you're Stan. The guy's just giving you like hang time. He's just jumped out. Yeah, shoot me please. It's like skeet shooting at that point.
There you are.
He hits the hardest shot, okay.
Yeah, after all of those. And he's actually managed to get away. Perhaps, I wouldn't say alarm bells, perhaps an alarm whistle.
The dog's ears are definitely perked up.
Yeah. Here's the end of Mir. He's such a little crouchy boy. Always hitting that crouch key on these corners. Just the chances of just being obscured by someone's weapon model or someone's just ducking under their crosshair. That's another, and that's the round. Obo flying to the top of the scoreboard. 7 for Evil Geniuses. Now, as Chad had highlighted coming into this, wins have been infrequent.
Few and far between.
Certainly.
I would say series even less so, right? If you just take a look, and this is since Obo joined, right? Where are we at here? Let me just make sure I'm doing this. We'll go from the most recent results. So CS Summit, they lost to Furia. They lost to Pain. Before that, at FunSpark Ulti, they lost to Big. They lost to Dignitas. They lost to X-Windstrike, who are now Entropic. Just in that spree of games that I just listed, they'd only won one map, right? So things have been pretty grim. And this is a fantastic start here to maybe shrug all of that off. Dexter with only 1 kill here as well. He needs to get activated. Down to low HP with the AWP. He's not even getting in a position to find a kill, and he's already limping.
Cirque's ready for this. Dexter's dead.
They're getting booked right now.
Everything. Every trick in the book. Falling flat as a pancake.
Okay, this is just a number disadvantage situation again. If EG continue the type of gameplay they've gone for, which is regroup and go for a bit of an execute, trade out onto the site, they will just win another round. Somebody needs to step up in a big way here. Heavy monster presence right now from Team Spirit, and it might be the right call. Chopper here. SDY with an AWP as well. He's over towards A. Mir rotating and floating back over towards the beginning of the alphabet. And well, here they come. The absolute truck that is EG in towards this B bomb site.
Nice find. Bomb spotted. Hard to force Chopper off that line now, and here they come. Oh, it's the flash, and it works so well. EG looking like a well-oiled machine. Cirque peeks off the contact. Everyone wins. Mir's getting blindsided by more. And the round peters out. SDY doesn't even get to Scarpa. Cirque another 3-piece into that B site.
Might need a bit of a pause here, Team Spirit, because I said it before, I'll say it again. This is already getting away from them. It's too late. EG have already won the half. So the best now you could be looking out for Spirit is 7 rounds. But they will have to go for another pistol investment. So then, let's say the closest we can get is 6. This is really rough out the gates. And you see SDY is wanting to get out of dodge. He wants to get out and save. Cirque's ready for the retreat, takes him down, and 8-3.
Yeah, that force buy way back at the start of this half. It's coming back to haunt them a little bit as well. Thought they could get it done quicker. Instead, it's left a real mark. Chopper, a little late there on the trigger. And Boots return to ground. Looks like normality is restored across Overpass. 9th is 3 frags away.
Yeah, your AWPer and one of your star players can't be on 1 and 10, right? On a map where the CT side and the AWP are synonymous, right? He can, you know, you talk about good AWPers on this map, right? How device, he floats around, he's finding picks, he's keeping them at bay. Here, not able to get anything done whatsoever.
Oh no, not the crouchy deagles. It's starting to feel a little crazy. Mir catching 1 on Stan, that was something, but Magic's double on the long as they smoked it off with what little they had. Magic's undeterred by the
he didn't even
bullets,
look.
Yeah, coming in from Oba. He knows there's another prong. Shadow, barrel, Cirque. Oh, and Magic's with a 3rd on this deagle. It's all onto Obo's shoulders now, and Magic's continuing the dance. He will be found and traded. Just as Team Spirit were put into question, they remind us that even with the Desert Eagle, they can get the dastardly job done.
Okay, well, that's positive. That's a very positive sign. But look, it's that red button of the double AWPs again. The AWPs really, besides the SDY clutch, Alex, it doesn't feel like the AWPs have done anything for Team Spirit so far in this matchup.
I wonder if Breeze got absolutely CSGO to the point. I don't know how we could see his entire body there. I wonder if he had a grey screen, like it was just over his face, you know?
Yeah, that's always rough. Okay, well, back towards B we go. Bomb is there, and it looks like...
Dexter, he's having a go. Ah, Cirque has got his number, dude.
Yeah,
Not only was he pre-aiming the
easy.
underpass, but Dexter's just stepping into Cirque's lines time after time.
This is hard to watch, actually, with the deaths that Dexter's giving up time and time again.
Oh, and Mihu, another opening frag into the site for him. He's 4-1 so far for his squad this half.
Well, that smoke's going to help them, SDY.
Oh, it's a nice little lurky boy. Oh, SDY, not where he wants to be with the AWP. But he does, off the flash, and hits a real cracker.
What is that?
There's more. Chopper's been called upon, does dump his util to slow him down. Cirque and Breeze against the world. They got time, but do they have the capacity? They've lost another, all onto one man. Cirque can't do it, and now it's Spirit snatching it away and making a half out of this. It was starting to look very dire. The finances and the double AWP this time paying off, but no thanks to Dexter. Still yet to see his impact and have it felt, certainly by EG. Cirque just so ready for you, dude. Look how far back he's playing that line. I'm stealing that one.
That's wild. I can't believe he's pulled that one. Like the fact that SDY has bailed them out in this situation again, he's done massive work in 2 of the key gun rounds for Team Spirit so far. Yeah. So have to give thumbs up to SDY here for allowing the CIS squad to even be in the conversation right now.
Ooh, a little late. Mir is unhappy with that. He'll have to crouch his way across. He does have more contact here, and Dexter's in support with an AWP, no less. Mihu, AKV AWP, and he's got the better of him. Loudly descending, Breezy. It's too easy.
What is going on?
Yeah, looking definitely a little discombobulated. They can't even get one out of Chopper's bait position.
I feel like this to me is looking like a team that maybe they got fed too much on the counter strat, right? Like it feels like they're biting on so much info.
Yeah.
Like we saw their prevalence. Just you were right when you pointed out that round where Mir was just hiding, but then it worked out in their favor. They still lost the round, but it was like, okay, well that's definitely felt like a counter strat or at least tendencies. And well, this is going to be 9, 5-on-2. SDY and Magics have to save. Maybe what we can do, because I really need help with this, Alex. I need to practice it in the mirror a bit more. So we have Magics.
We have
Magisk. But the Danes call him Magisk. But the problem is, my front tooth is scuffed.
And you say Magix, and then you're like, what have I done?
Yeah, and when I do the isk, it can sound a bit sharp. So like, I struggle with it. So it's Magisk and Magics.
Yeah.
Magisk.
Western tongues, that's the best we can do.
Okay. Are we happy with that?
Magics?
I think I'm happy with that. I'm going to have to practice. Okay. Magics.
The amount of times I've called
Magic.
one the other and the other the other. Yeah. Blah, blah.
The thing is, it'd be easier if I could just call him his old name, Magic's Boy, or Megas Boy.
Yeah, but he's a Magic's Moy.
He's a man now.
Magic's man now.
Yeah.
Magic's Moy. Oh, a 9-5 half. Okay, so that 5-1 start from Imperial has been quickly righted, and it looks like Heroic are using that same deep Lara smoke that we saw Astralis throwing, because it enables that cross to the other side of Lara.
That's a curious, like I think there, especially if you think about it, you molly one side and you can maybe come through as well. It can get a bit more, and that's a powerful position to have control of. So we'll be checking out the demo of that one later, I'll tell you that much.
Lower brackets, though, for the loser of this. To remind you, Double Limb. Already seen Sprout and Complexity thrust into the lower brackets in their shortcomings in the best of one. Here we are in the opening round of Group B. Pre-aiming the boost and missing the shot, losing a teammate. It's a disaster. Cirque is not going to be feeling great about that.
Still have the 4v4 here, and Cirque's not dissuaded from going for another pick.
No, it's because he feels responsible.
That was
it's like, I got you, Breeze, I got you. Oh, and he does. Darts away with the serve.
Chopper got hit there as well. Not sure if it was nade damage or spam, but he copped it as well there.
Could very well be Imperial in the lower bracket for the loser of this one.
This is an A finish, and there's nobody on the A side. Dexter's rotating it with an AWP. This is 10.
It smells like 10. It reeks of 10. Stan, oh, taking matters into his own hands on that cross. Could have put himself on the plate. And now coming out of bank, it's the util from Dexter they'll have to count on. He is looking a little perturbed, both statistically and on that camera. Just no progress being made. There it is. Mir rips one of the bricks out of the foundations, and it's just not enough. 10. Stick a fork in that half. It is done. Spirit with 5 to show for it. Swapping over to the attack, looking to shake it off. We'll be back in a minute.
Breezy, first of all, thank you and welcome to IEM Summer. How are you doing these days?
Doing all right. You know, I had a long flight, got here a little later than expected, but I'm ready for the match.
All right, that is fantastic to hear. I'm glad to hear it. How much time has the team in the current setup actually been spending with each other? How much time have you got to even greet and see each other? I guess that's important for the games that are coming up.
Yeah, so for me, I had some delays, but so I landed a little later than everyone else. But for them, they were here a day earlier. But yeah, yesterday I came in and we got accustomed and got some food together and just talking about the match and getting ready.
So would it be fair to say that the last couple of days out of the first time that the whole team has been together?
No, not even. Like, they've been together for about 1 day. I've been together. Or 2 days now, and I've only been with them for 1 day, so it was very rushed because of the delays and stuff. But we're here now, so we're gonna try to make the best of it.
Just give me 5 words or so on what you feel about playing against Team Spirit, which many top teams have actually had quite a lot of trouble with.
Team Spirit, I haven't really been able to scrim against them too much. I think I do definitely remember playing them. I feel like they have a very unpredictable play style. It's very hectic. They're very aim heavy, I feel like. Sporadic and very random, I'd say.
All right. Well, appreciate it. And again, best of luck in your upcoming game. Wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Spirit 5, Evil Geniuses 10. We are the castaways, in a way.
Nice.
Sponge Birchall's hanging out with us. And the HFs are in the chat. So it does seem like expectations have been to some extent subverted. EG coming in with a very nice T-Haul. 10 under their belt already. It is best of ones if you're unfamiliar in those opening rounds. And Overpass did look like Spirit were a little lost. Chad's proposing a theory that they may have got a little kind of distracted by the anti-strat theory, looking made to look a bit silly at times. You can see a lineup there from SDY. What is he cooking up? Look at that smoke. He's getting it ready.
Might be a heaven smoke on the run here.
And they're just having Chopper show presence early Fountain. That's only got Cirque. They've got a 4-man stack here on B for the USPs.
This could work out perfectly for EG.
They're in the right spot. I wonder how long they'll give Chopper to look. You know, like SDY is waiting for Chopper's call.
It's a lot of room that Chopper's taken as well. Considering if you're up against USPs, he'll clear out Connector. That's normally...
Just by waiting, dude.
Oh, and they've started to rotate back over towards the A side as well. So the timing is Spirit's best friend.
Perfect time for contact. And now on the way back, if they lose Obo, which they will, good response from Breeze. Not easy shots to be hitting here on that water position, but it's the Glocks that fill the feed. Mihu changes things temporarily. All right, Cirque. No fun to be had for you, and Mir confirms it. Damn, his Glock feels like a USP in the right hands.
That's both pistols, though, for Spirit. And we're still, well, when I say we, I won't speak for both of us, I'm not very sold. Because Spirit looked like all out of sorts, right? Like, you have to consider some of the rounds that they were conceding, or some of the rounds... Actually, no, let's consider some of the rounds they were winning. SDY, 2v1 with the AWP. Low HP.
Yeah.
The Magic's Deagle towards long.
Yeah.
Those two ones stick out in my mind, right? The flurry of kills from SDY over towards Monster when they were getting pressured on the B bomb site. Those are the only ones that I really remember, plus the pistol round. The rest of it really was not a whole lot. So Spirit have a lot of work to do here. EG a force ball into this. Cirque's got the baby up, and Mihu's aim is nuts. This guy's been hitting some absolute bangers.
Yeah, and that's an angle you don't see pay off all too often. I mean, it's a hard one to get that timing. It's such a small slither gap before they shield themselves behind the sandbags. Off the flash, he goes for it. Can't really blame him. He did even land a bullet. Mir manages to just about get away. 6 points of health, but he can operate as a footstool. You'd imagine they'd want to swap weapons, but ooh, it's going to get janky. Do it with a MAC-10, or do you swap once you're boosted? Okay, here we go. Dexter with the AK.
It's just hard to watch. Dexter's really, I think mentally, he's not looking in it at all. At all.
Man.
Oh, Stan's won the round right here, right now.
Yep, sit here in this super deep corner everyone forgets exists. And there it is from Chopper. Stops the push. And so a sense of relief washes over Spirit. They know that the flank info is now expired. It's been left outside of the fridge for far too long. And it's forced Cirque all the way back to the A site.
Oh, this is so rough. Dexter's the guy with all the HP, and I don't think he's confident in himself right now, but he needs to hit at least one of these shots. If he doesn't, EG can still snatch this force buy away.
Really, really uncomfortable scenes here for Spirit. 15 seconds. Can they contest it? Chopper, one. Response from Breeze. Dexter does pull it out. Bodyguarding that very low HP Mir. It cannot come down to Mir. It's down to Dexter. The shot from Obo, plenty of time. He's completely repositioned to try and garner any information as to Dexter's location. No, my God, he spots him, swung out into the open. And a little sigh of relief for Dexter as he not only saves his team, but saves a little of his honor as well. 2 frags. Puts him up to 4, Spirit 7.
Oh, that is going to feel like a weight has been lifted off his shoulders. Because that was a clutch, not just the kills, because that was a clutch.
And anti-force buy as well.
He's done a lot, right? That win of this round has almost guaranteed Spirit the next. So clutching out in this scenario here is almost worth 2 rounds in the scheme of things. This is just the light pistol upgrade here for EG. Unless Spirit run in with their backs turned and their pants around their ankles, they should be looking at getting the 8th, and then they're only 2 rounds away. Being in touching distance.
This is playing, you know, like your standard Overpass. Oh, and they put the Deagle at the top of the tower. Dexter's gone. Cirque goes scavenging. He's now equipped with a MAC-10. It is very scary.
No.
Chopper's dead too. They've made a lot out of a little. Fortunately, Magic's is one of the sharpest tools in the shed, and he's got a very lovely little lineup from that lower ramp to heaven. Neat and tidy.
Situational utility, we'll call that.
Yeah. Bob's your uncle, though. That's what I'm looking for. The paranoia. Breeze could be around any corner.
He's actually been able to get closer to the site during all of this, but head ripped off the shoulders, 10-8, and there's that freebie round as Magic gets 4 in the round. And okay, now we get this gun round underway. If Team Spirit are able to convert here, we have a game back on the cards. Not a crazy disparity in the buys here. The only thing I'm noting is there's been no defuse kit picked up so far for that of EG. Cirque's the only one that could afford it, but the AWPer usually likes to hold on to a little bit of residual cash. So no defuse kit. Keep that in mind if we get into a post plant. But both teams, 4 rifles plus the AWP and utility aplenty. This is where you can go put the kettle on. The slow CIS-T-sided rounds.
But already they've shown 3 people monster early, right? They just threw 3 nades from back monster. And now they've stood still and are just walking in contact. This is it's a risk, right? This Flash and Mihu could do so much. They're turning anti. Oh, brilliant response. Quick enough to the draw. It stops Mihu from doing any damage, and they can just hit pause. You've got a 5v4. You've got 70 seconds. Hold your horses. As we know, the CIS teams can do.
Yeah, and this is where Uncle Chop Chop gets a chance to work some of his magic here. So slinking in for some sewer control, and just the paranoia has forced EG to rotate another man Stan. Now cheating over to help out. Cirque has thrown his utility to assist in the defense of the B-bomb site.
So that puts you about 30 seconds once it's faded. So if we don't see Spirit make any sudden moves...
Oh, they're pushing, and they heard that sound cue. That's fake steps away. That's fake steps away.
He's not baited. He's not baited. Magic's close. SDY staring at it. The fake steps, very nerdy. Breeze is in a lot of trouble. Can't take more than 1. But 20 seconds, they're going to have to go. It's a 4 versus 2. There's a chance for Stan and Cirque to combine for some damage here. He does have to swing open the door, so that'll confirm it. Oh, and just as he descends, just as he was completely inaccurate, he's peeked upon. And Spirit will take that. Is it blasé of me to say that was decided by the frag onto Mihu? Like, I mean, everything else just seemed to fall into place by standing still.
Yeah, I think so, because they kind of have to respect that rotation, right? You have a choice right there if you're EG. You either play for the round, which is more likely to be a 2-2 split like they did, or you go for a gamble, which would have been like maybe Cirque passive AWP and hedging. And you can see, just by spreading out in this environment here, they've allowed the avenue for the trades to fall in favor of Team Spirit. So yeah, Mihu not converted. If Mihu converts a kill there, different story, right? There's less numbers to deal with for that of EG, but this is now where the game can be tied up. Pistols back out again. To be fair, I think EG and their individuals have looked a little bit sharper in certain moments.
Oh, it's a perfect Molotov. Clears both of the corners. You can't sit still. Oh, and the nades aren't bad either. Magix is doing everything he can. He does meet Cirque's Deagle and Breezes too. An AK scooped up. Chaos is about to reign supreme. Mir's trying to pick it up with some answers. He's actually descending in pursuit of info, and Breeze is going to get a boatload of it too. If he calls it clear...
He's going to call the bomb spotter too.
Oh no, Dexter! Oh, charging in willy-nilly. Not clearing his corners. Breeze has made an absolute monster play.
They've had to work so hard for these rounds.
Ooh, broke his legs.
What is going on?
I'm not sure. Oh.
They're all pushing as a train. They know where the bomb is. They know where at least one of the 2 is.
Shoot. Oh, they're coming.
No.
Here we go.
Oh, my God.
What a crazy turn of events. There was 50 seconds left on the clock. Spirit and Evil Geniuses give us a unique flavor. They've gone to the Himalayan mountains. They've picked a rare herb. We've never tried that one before.
Yeah, this one's definitely a new taste to it.
Okay, so it did look like it was business as usual until Breezy swung that door open to back up Cirque. Dexter's death sucked, but that's the story this entire time.
Yeah, I don't know if it's communication or if Dexter's just like, if things are going past him right now, because they have to know connectors open.
We've all had those games where, you know, there's someone shouting like, oh, underpass 2.
And it doesn't click.
And you've already been, you know, you're looking at the boost, you're looking at a smoke, whatever it is, and he's just, caught out a brutal death. 11-9. Here we go. I mean, Spirit have been silenced for the first time on this half. Let's not forget how convincing the EGT side was. And so we're at this middle point now where we're about to learn an awful lot about the state of play. Everyone's got pretty much what they would desire. You can see there's some sacrifices in the utility and weaponry department for Chopper and Mir, respectively.
I think they'll probably continue to try this B play. If we turn our attention back, that's something they've done a lot of here. Breeze ready to be flashed on in. Util holding them at bay for now. Speculative shots through the smoke, and now Dexter's regrouped with the team. Keep an eye on Stan. He's pushing long for info right here.
They're coming. They're just going. Knives out on the flash.
Oh, so blind.
Backs are turned. And it's just as easy as that. EG take 4 as they crash into the site. Well weathered. 3 actually from Breeze on that monster hold.
Oh, completely forget about that stand flank. It's not necessary. Once you got your 4 big fraggers on that site, locking things down, it looks easy as you like. And now money in question for Spirit again. So what started as, well, last round, it should have been tied up 10-10, right? That was just against upgraded pistols. Now it's blown out to the portion where it could be 13-9, just off the back of a fumble. Oh dear, Team Spirit swings and round. Like, the way the pendulum swings for Spirit, it's not the same. It feels like it's swinging a little bit further one direction before it comes back in their favor. Would need to hit a couple bangers of their own right here. There's no reason that they can't.
Chill your beans here, Obo.
Oh!
Breezy's actually gone down to a full Glock.
That's a great find.
Especially if Chopper could profit off this. Oh, Obo gets the info and the frag on the way back. Oh, more than that, just that. He's even got the info and the wall bang. Great finds. He's really looking comfortable.
I think the thing with Obo, right, when we saw him in Complexity, he was already, they used him as a weapon, right? As just a weapon of raw aim, aggressively getting him in, using that mechanical ability of the youngster. I think the more time he has playing Tier 1 Counter-Strike, that's when he's going to learn, you know, all of these little details. And if you compare that with this aim, get locked the hell out. 4 kills for Obo right there. Little babyface killer, getting it done. And 13-9 before Team Spirit will now reinvest. There is money for Dexter to AWP, but he's opted to go with an AK here, so rifles will be more prevalent for the CIS squad moving into round number 23. But now they need to start establishing a bit of a flow to their game, and while they only have a 3-round buffer to do so, they cannot really fault this.
Yeah, and I think that the fact that they tried that fast B and it was such a catastrophe, we're going to be seeing a slower finish, much slower finish here.
And they're completely absconding from that B bomb site, right? They're just leaving one man SDY to default. Everybody else is now working on connector and A control. So a completely different look from Team Spirit here.
It's been a period of Overpass where we've seen distinct lack of CTs actually willing to actively hold it, just because of a molly, a flashbang, and you do kind of feel a little bullied. Put the wall bangs through the boards, keep nading off the door, holding it from boosted positions. Swings and roundabouts. It does come in a cyclical nature, as does fashion, as we see all of the 2000s return.
I thought you were talking about what we were wearing today.
Not
I don't
today.
think this has ever been in fashion.
No, but we have gone the opposite end of the skinny jean spectrum now.
Yeah, that's
it's taking
true.
my millennial brain a second to adjust.
Okay, well, there's a find. Dexter finally starting to find a bit of traction in this. Is up to 7 kills here. 5 of which have all been in the second half, 2 of which were in a must-win clutch.
It is mad that Cirque is just intermittently checking that boost. He knows it's a possibility. Trying to set Mihu up for success. If they head back to B, which is exactly what they're up to.
This is scary again.
Mihu can really cause chaos, especially as Cirque draws attention.
See you later.
They jump straight over him, and he gets them both. Magix and Mir put to bed. Mihu absconds, he doesn't have to, and he sticks around for a third frag. Everything hinging on Dexter now with 20 seconds left and a bomb on his back. He'd have to break through a 2-man defense. Obo locking the door behind him, and with just 10 seconds left, it's petering out into nothing.
Looks like a save.
Yeah,
here.
it does.
It's only 2,900 as the loss bonus in the next round. He needs to make sure he doesn't go down after time. When, well, I guess that's one thing. He gets the loss bonus here, but we're now operating with 3K for the majority of members on Team Spirit and Dexter with 3.7. We're not in the position for a buy, and here's the B-Stream update. Heroic, well, they turn that wonky start around. Score now 15-8. And it looks like they're going to close things up quite quickly. I am really going to sink my teeth into these ancient demos later. This is going to be a good evening watch, I think.
Oh, look at that. Very aggressive mid-hold. Looks very fun to be battling against Heroic. What we've already seen FPX take a huge win against Astralis, and we're only into the 3rd round of play.
Well, this is looking like EG's 15th here, and I think for a lot of people, this result is a huge surprise.
Yeah, I mean, Spirit was my dark horse. EG were critically panned after the results. I mean, the stats all pointing in one direction, now back and in a best of one against a tough opponent looking rejuvenated. That's my hesitant commitment.
Yeah, I think we can run with the caveat of the best of one, sure, but it's not like Team Spirit have even looked hyper competitive in a lot of these situations where we are probably not going to get that Mihu 30 we were talking about, but we are getting a Mihu 24 and an Obo 23 with Cirque and Breeze not too far behind on 18 and 17 frags of their own. So the workhorses of EG are all here today.
Yeah, any EG fan, that would have been their list. I think that would have been their priority list in terms of where the frags need to be coming from for a good day in the office. Mihu and Obo. Just your raw aim stars, your diamonds in the rough.
This is going to get very rough. Already peppered on down. SDY below half HP. Mia in the conversation for the same, and now Chopper's been spotted.
Battle on short as well. Cirque's been consistent here. Posted up. It's a very comfortable fallback line. It's very rare you'll see that T swing to chase, especially when you've got Breeze, Mihu, and Obo, all their moments shout away. And there goes blood. It's drawn. Mihu found as he takes a peek towards the monster side. And disadvantage now for our evil geniuses. Heavy pause. That's quite the crossfire.
Yeah, I can't believe they're just willing to not do anything here. They're allowing Chopper to take all the space. Both in-game leaders are over towards the A bomb site right now. Stan has not moved from that bank position, and Chopper is hoping to find a bit of info. Here's a reinitiation for a fight. Nothing gifted, but the time is such a problem now.
This could be the final round of play, folks. First frag, need it from Obo, again delivers. Peeking into Dexter, Dink exchanged.
15.
1 HP, Cirque still not looking at
Stan's
monster.
Here now.
That bomb needs to be planted in the next 5 seconds. Cirque can deny it.
It's
and
over.
He does. There's no time to plant. Spirit losing in the worst way they
Oh,
can.
no.
Pushes for it. Stan will finish. Evil geniuses flip the script. And they'll take it, kick it around in their opening game. Group B has Heroic versus EG in upper bracket round 2.